In case you dey see my face koro, or you dey hear my voice when, make you know say you still tanda gidigba on top of your Sherman Ogbonge TV station, Wazobia Max TV. The only station you know they pay money, just turn your antenna small on top UHF channel 57. You get us live and direct. And as well go show one on top of your TV screen now, you better call crystal clear. It don't happen say when time is 7:30. Now then we bring on the top of Ogbonge to the way they come out smoke inside our political boxing ring. Stretch all the story there where they inside our current affairs. We not just the end up for them with the practice democracy. We'll give you the license to trick your mouth put so that you self will talk the way it pinch you for your body, the way it torture you for your mind. So that our organ the way they on top, those persons the way they position, will not say the voice of the masses, now the voice of God. Me, myself, collectively, and I'm not going to forget who I be. My name now Ochuko Omiragwa. The only man we say may be like that for national peace, equity, and justice to reign based on tradition. WAKA. Without Gidigba again on top. As Ide!
My country, good people, I salute you very willingly. How on a day? We don't show again on top. As Ide! Hot. My name, Nabuma Amadi. And when I know say when we don't come like this, we drop on 1 to 2, spread them on top of table. And still give you the opportunity to talk and take the pinch you. Now I mean say one time reach, we go drop our phone number live and direct for the screen. I will see you get to do that to take them. Call us live for inside the studio and talk your mind, make it for no get chessboard. My dear brothers and brothers, before we go enter inside the big fish today for inside the soup this evening, make we first the torchlight the cha tori way they for streets.
The number one cha tori now based on waiting want to share left for tomorrow, whether they call Christmas Day. And waiting be the matter and I say long queue. Then they call a traffic door plenty where for ATM machine. Because of say people they rush to collect money so that they go jollificate well for Christmas for tomorrow. Go buy some kind of things where they never buy at all since. Long queue condemn most of the ATM therefore inside Pitakwa because of tomorrow Christmas.
Meanwhile, when we come up for inside that one, River State government don't dare APC governorship candidate where his name be Tonye Cole. Say making go challenge termination of 3 companies where join body to his own company for inside courts.
Plenty people where they carry gun, where they call gun men, they shoot. They call go buy, kill one APC world chairman for LML local government area. Oh, very sad.
Meanwhile, my dear brothers and brothers, so from one state to another state transport fare, it don't climb, go high. Pew! 1% only one day will remain for Christmas celebration.
This thing, it always they make me the best. You know why me I won't talk about it? Because even from Abuja to Gombe, now 9 hours journey. From Abuja to Gombe, 9 hours. And you know how much they pay? 3,200. Then from they said Abuja to Anambra now 6 hours. You know how much they pay?
How much?
6,000 something. You see, say our yeah awareness for this side too much. We go to kill our own people because of Christmas. They see their price, still they okay. Still bad well. Anyway, maybe we just leave them. Today the Ogbonge Tori where we carry drop on top of table. But we want to shoot our eye put and say, Governor WIKE don't drop 2019 budget. Then we go call spy and back again. Ask ourselves one question, say, how 2018 budget WAKA? Governor WIKE don't drop 2019 budget. How 2018 budget WAKA pass? That might be the matter we want to chook our eye put today on top of the earth. Then you know how we did do. Before we start to the iron the matter, they drop and down. We will go smash it, kill it, break. Go take small Odara juice. Take pef our throat. When we that pef throat finish, we go come back because we is coming back. Welcome back again on top of City Earth. This now still Wazobia Max TV. We don't under Gidigba for you, and we always tell you now say, we not be politician, we not be politician. We dey bring the matter, they can give you the way it's supposed to be live and direct. I sit under Gidigba for you, Ochuko Miragwa. Boma Amadi still cack for here. And with the chillers, we'll talk about what team we drop for ground before we jump into that small cheeky break. And I say, Governor WIKE don't drop 2019 budget. How 2018 budget WAKA pass? That I'm going to want to chook a white put. They said before you start to look the future, make you first of all go look the past so that you go know how the one way they front or WAKA pass. Now make a take now go back to when this 2018 no way they say Governor WIKE drop for ground. And that one, he carry na appropriation bill of 510 billion naira akpalakpala before the River State Assembly. And when it shele, he drop on Thursday, will be January 11th, inside this 2018. The budget now budget for consolidation, advancement, and empowerment. Governor WIKE said the budget will consolidate and advance the state's investment and infrastructure, education, healthcare, and security, as well as in growing the economy to create jobs and empowerment for the people. While the governor they present the budget that time, the proposal, the budget to the House, the governor could talk say the proposed 2018 River State budget now 379 billion 997 million 687,404 naira akpalakpala. That one I share for the capital expenditure. While 132 billion naira akpalakpala, that one I they arrange for the recurrent expenditure. He talks say the ratio now 75 to 25% respectively. Governor WIKE come talk say the 2018 budget he go dey funded from the Federal Account Allocation Committee, where they call FAAC. The 40 billion when he be say na 13% out of oil mineral money. He say 120 billion naira akpalakpala na VAT, while 6 billion na for internally generated revenue, while 132 billion na for reimbursement, 70 billion na for reimbursement. Now the domestic and domestic last na I got also okay. He says 70 billion naira and capital receipt. He go the 20 billion naira. The governor come talk say a total portfolio of 90 billion naira akpalakpala and 35 billion naira. Them go arrange and give the Ministry of Works and Special Bureau respectively to fund the delivery of capital project for inside 2018 budget. That might be what he talk when he first dropped the 2018 budget. Now maybe we shook our eye for the 2019 on.
Yes, so today will be the number 24 day for December inside 2018. The governor, Nyesom Wike, he come bring the 2019 appropriation bill of 480 billion naira, carry and come show the State Assembly. And he call him the budget of sustainable growth and development. For inside the 2019 budget, it come out 57 billion naira from inside the 2018 budget what we know before. And they thought say how they go take get money for this budget. So now true what they call internally generated revenue. That's money where we get from inside we River State here. Then they go take do the things there for inside that budget. So he proposed say 323 billion naira for inside that budget. He go WAKA enter what they call capital expenditure and 157 billion naira for inside that money. So now he go enter for recurrent expenditure. He come the torchlight well for inside that in bill. They look for ministries of agriculture, education, employment, women affairs, works, and youth development. The governor thought say if they approve this in budget, so say in government go enter to walk flyover for inside Rumokoro Junction, and then go do roundabout for inside Choba Junction. And also this one go follow them take employ more people, and then go fit pay new minimum wage, as well as they go fit pay staff promotion areas them where they never pay before now. For inside this night, we're going to touchlight the 2018 budget, the money, how they take user, and the state of the state, where we say how the state be right now. We there where we supposed to be with 510 billion naira where we don't spend inside 1 year last year, and especially with the ministries of education, healthcare, security, employment generation, sports development, and judiciary. Anything don't change for this level after we don't spend 510 billion naira for inside the state last year. And the matter will go touchlight with this.
And my people, anytime we share for the studio like this, we know they come along with it. Let's come with people when we say when they come to matter we concern politics and every their mouth na pra. Today we come with one of our brother, one of our own, one of our personal person, whether they call Andy Akpotive, a social crusader and public affairs commentator. Mr. Andy, you are welcome to Aside Hot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Compliments of the season.
Compliments
Merry
of the
Christmas
season.
in advance to all the listeners of our very wonderful station.
Yeah.
I salute all of you. Congratulations.
That's where they watch you now. Go to say you quiet. So.
I'm quiet now.
Anytime you come Aside Hot, the table the hot well.
But today you not go hot. Today you not go hot. Now
You go
Christmas. Now Christmas. Tomorrow now Christmas.
Oh, you
go
wear
try-
white like this, so
No,
Christmas
but now
color.
Christmas. Now Christmas. Now
Christmas
red cap.
color, na red
Now
cap
red cap. I won't wear before.
They don't
Look
dey-
like Father
I don't know. I don't
Christmas.
come wear red
They
cap.
know they wear white.
But you know say-
when you want go kill fowl, the blood go touch
No,
you.
but you know, say you get where you go wear red cap.
Eh.
For some kind city, they'll suspect you.
No.
So that's why I not wear red cap. That's why I wear black cap.
No,
We'll take it
wahala.
like that. May we look the meaning of, you know, say, now 2 parts 9 days ID budget. Come on with your current expenditure and capital expenditure. Before we go touchlight the question that your current expenditure, this one are goods and services is expenditure. When it be say it not result in the creation of acquisition of fixed assets, new or second hand, they say it consists of mainly of expenditure on wages, salary, supplement, purchases of goods and services, and consumption of fixed capital. Now, may we touchlight the one way that they call capital expenditure. This now money when it be say company they spend to buy, to maintain or improve its fixed assets, such as building, vehicles, equipment, or land. They consider them as a capital expenditure when it be say the asset they just newly buy them, or when the money they use them toward extending the useful life of an existing asset, such as repairing the roof. That might be capital expenditure and recurrent expenditure. Now maybe we start to the jump at the matter, Boma.
Anyways, make we enter inside the questions straight away. And the Akpotive. Education gets a 50 billion naira, 20 billion naira more for that of 2017, when we want just oppose 2018 and 2017 budget. In addition, they come propose a capital grant of 500 million naira to each of our tertiary institutions to bolster infrastructural development and improve quality of education. Now, apart from saying they propose the sum of 2 billion naira for the provision of scholarships for critical areas for the state manpower needs, they also propose to set aside another 2 billion naira to partner, encourage, and support the development of private universities and also improve access to tertiary education for Rivers State indigenes inside the state. Now, with all of these ones, we don't drop down and the Akpotive, how you go rate education system for inside Rivers State, for inside this 2018 where we just end? So you dey live for Rivers State.
Absolutely.
So I mean, with the time where you don't dey here, we fit even call you a citizen of Rivers State.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how you go rate education system for Rivers State with the figure where they say they don't inject into this sector? What will be your take?
So for me, it's not all gloom and doom. The things where the governor don't do, you know, in the last couple of months, particularly to support the 2018 budget, they've been things that we can say has helped to develop the human resource base of Rivers State. However, one of the things lacking for some of us is we don't measure, say, giving this amount where the governor invests in RSU, Rivers State University, or giving this amount where the governor invests in the Port Harcourt Polytechnic, now Leche Amadi Polytechnic, giving this amount where invest in all of these institutions. This is what has come out of it. We have found that before now, the products from these universities used to be X, Y, Z. But after these investments, we have seen that these products are now MWM or something. Nobody has done any kind of analysis like that. And you see, in governance, when you pump money and you cannot evaluate the process, pumping further money into that process or into that system is futile. Because what he would tell businessman, say, oh, I need to plow back my capital into this venture. Now, when he put a certain capital, he found out that having put this capital, he got this percentage of return. He go fit calculate, say, oh, if I put this much capital again, I will get this percentage of return. But if there's no system that shows that, oh, this investment where you put bring out this kind of return, it will be folly, it will be stupid of anybody to invest so much into that. So what am I saying in other words? I'm saying that there must be a system that we can hold on to that can say that before this amount of money was invested into this process, into this system, into this platform, this was what was. After we can invest this money, now waiting can happen with this. Across the divide, in the educational sector, the health sector, all the different sectors, we must be able to adequately monitor and evaluate every expenditure. And as he was talking about both recurrent expenditure and capital expenditure. In a budget, and you know a budget is a proposal of generally income and expenditure, a proposal, what you want to spend. Every expenditure, whether on capital items or on recurrent items, are very necessary and germane to making the economy of a state or to making a company stay afloat. We understand that. However, whatever you are investing, whether in the capital head or in the recurrent head or sub-head, you must be able to have a system that can monitor the input versus the output of it. And this is what we don't see, particularly in Rivers State. We don't even see in Nigeria. All we hear is that government, they are saying we want to increase this amount of money into this. We want to increase the capital expenditure. They are saying they want to increase capital expenditure. The question is, the last capital items that we had, how did that reinflate the economy? Haven't exhausted that expenditure, haven't invested that amount. What did that do to the economy? What did that do to the GDP? What did that do to the average living of the citizen of Rivers State or of Nigeria? So for me, answering your question directly, I think that beyond the rhetorics of the state budget, of the national budget, of the executive, the chief executive coming to say, oh, we are going to put this much here, we are going to invest this much here. We want to see very palpable statistics that shows clearly to every Nigerian that this much money that was invested has generated this kind of result.
Now, if I want to understand what you they try to tell us since, they talk say we know get a system where they properly show say the money where they don't already put before self, okay, see what we don't achieve
yes.
with
For instance,
or see what we never achieve.
What's the human index in Rivers State from what it was before the last expenditure on education?
Okay.
What is it today?
Okay.
Is there any kind of statistics that shows to us clearly, that shows to people who can even interpret these things, even though we agree that not everybody in the society can interpret these things? But is there any kind of statistics in the different ministries, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, the different ministries? Do we have people who are stationed there who can give us statistics to show that this much money that was committed in 2018 gave us this kind of results that are verifiable? Do we have this? So for us, what we are just doing in Nigeria and doing Rivers State is, oh, money is coming, okay, so what do we do now? Unkpolu Junction, we need to fix some borehole. Let's increase the money here. Oh, there is need for us to put a roundabout at Rumokoro. What is the functional impact of that roundabout in Rumokoro? What is the, have we done needs assessment versus the other areas of opportunity cost? Have we done these things? If you're going to put 20 billion, for instance, on Rumokoro roundabout, I don't want to address the issues, but I want to just use that as an example. And there is the need to put a 10 billion in some other places that can yield better results. If you leave that opportunity cost over Rumokoro roundabout, what is the benefit that is going to be accruable to the people? These are the things that governments in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, These are the things that they don't do.
Okay, now, would they try to look at the education sector first before we, delve into other sectors too? The previous government we've been there under Amechi, we will get about 700 schools by the time we Amechi leave office.
700 schools delivered in 750 days.
Well, but we will go there. Nonetheless, yes, 700 schools before in leave. But now, we know that too much they see that 700 schools come to play when it comes to the education of the children inside the
exactly what I've said, but I don't want to cut you short. Exactly what I said. Yeah. The people who built those schools, did they go to those communities to do needs assessment? This community now, do they really need a school here at this time? What kind of school do they require at this time? How many people in this community are willing to submit themselves to this kind of education?
But most of the schools now, schools where we say they renovate. And make we not forget, say, with the era now where we say then they push, say, education for all. You understand? And education is supposed to be important for every individual. So that's, with that in mind, going into renovating the schools to make them to up to standards, not be good project.
You don't answer the question. So go look through those schools where they build. How many of them are very functional today?
Okay.
How many of those schools where they build everywhere where you see, how many are very, and you know when we're talking about functionality, eh? We're not talking about you just putting a structure there. It is in this state and in this country that we have seen that people will graduate, having studied computer science, they never saw a palm top, a laptop, or a desktop. They never operate, they cannot decipher between what's a ROM and a RAM. They don't know how to write any kind of program, but they are computer scientists.
Wait, they try to ask and I say, why this present government not just come ride on those schools when be said before government don't put for grant, come on board, try to make them functional.
Again, that is about the needs assessment now. So if you don't find that, say, I'm just using hypothetically, say, at Rumokrushi, the former government put one school in one community. We be say already get like 6 schools. They can't build one structure. And the government understand, okay, let me bring you the typical one, Rumokuta. So there's one school there on that Rumokuta road, Rumokuta road. There's one school there. But you see the girls' school there, the governor went and spent a lot of money because priority would change. The governor don't say, this one over there, so how many people can this school house, for instance? What kind of facilities can we put here that will deliver on the kind of education we expect for our people? It don't do a lot of comparative analysis and found that it will be best, I'm just thinking it will be best for us to invest into that Rumokuta school. And so what did the governor do? In go there, in change them to boarding school, made a lot of renovation, improved the facilities and all that. Somebody from outside will say, oh, why the governor not put so money there? When he has found that it will be best for us to properly equip this school to deliver on our expectation as compared to this one. You see, government in Africa or in Nigeria, now showmanship. Oh, the amount of projects what I don't do. It's not essentially about the generic effect of that project on the people. Now, as I became a governor, I built 300,000 square kilometers of road. But we want to see that 300,000 square kilometer of road, where you build that from. That road where you build, so, is there any way people, they carry goods and commodity from that road into certain places? Is there any way people will benefit from that road and the economy will be better? If you invest in a place where indeed your investment is not going to have a greater effect on the economy, it's futile, it's money wasted. So for us, I think that what needs to be done, regardless of how many schools you want to put, is needs assessment. What do these people need now? What kind of schools do those people need? Go to China, go to India. You will see that a government does not just wake up and say, okay, let's build 750 schools in 750 communities. Where did you come by that? Who told you that that community requires that kind of education? Who tells you, for instance, that that community not require just how to bend iron, bending of iron, the education, and you know why? Because the people when we say that they stay that community, they are mostly welders.
Now, make we look at say. 22 billion now they proposed for inside the 2018 budget for security operations. This is a known fact. Now, known fact say security now they worry the state. No, they know they use Igbo, tell them Oyibo man when it comes to security for inside the state. And recently the APC chieftain we say they killed for inside LMA. Now, you as a citizen rate the security situation of Rivers State, and what do you think say we go fit do to reinforce our security?
It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Security situation in Rivers State is pathetic. And this is what you also, now what you also they speak English. Now what you also they see in most of the states in Nigeria, but it's worse here. You see, I don't know if I say that whether I will be fair to the governor. It's worse because of a lot of influences. So we understand that security and welfare is the primary purpose of governance. And the government of every state and of the country, their chief priority is security and welfare. However, the snag in the Constitution is such that the Inspector General of Police is the one that all the commissioners of police are answerable to, and he answers to the president. I'm not excusing the governors of the different states. Neither am I excusing the governor of Rivers State. But you see, if the center, the way our constitution is, the way our federalism runs today, if the center is not willing to assist you in terms of security, you as a governor, you cannot do anything. Is it not in Akwa Ibom State that we saw how many commissioners of police were sent home in how many weeks? If the center is not willing, security is a very important thing. If the center is not willing to cooperate with you, then you could be doing a lot of things that are futile. However, without excusing the governor, there is such a thing that is called security vote that you are meant to use to do a lot of things regarding security. The question Nigerians are not asking and people of Rivers State is, we have this much, quote and unquote, insecurity in Rivers State. What is happening with the security vote? What is happening with all of the perks that are given to the governor to fight insecurity? What's happening to it? No. Where are we pushing those monies into? So it's not enough to say we want to bring this money. You see, they can hide certain things under certain items. So, security is 60 billion naira. The question journalists and Rivers State indigenes should be asking is, what exactly do we want to do with that amount to fight insecurity? What do we want to do with it? Do we want to buy vehicles for the police officers? Do we want to build a structure within, upon which we are going to be able to get a lot of security information? What exactly do we want to do with that amount? So we must drill it down, not just that we hear that, oh, they are giving 300 billion to fight insecurity. We must find out indeed that 300 billion, what is it going to be for? You will find that, my sister, you find that 300 billion, they can tell you that 120 billion out of it is going to be used to sit down to have a committee to discuss about insecurity in Rivers State.
All right, and the Akpotive, so much they will want to talk about when it comes to the security of Rivers State. But we will just pause here for a little bit because we need to enter inside one small chinkily break. When we show back, we'll still talk about the matter. So make we not get anywhere. We will show back, na.
Welcome back again on top of City Odds. And we see the on top of the matter we consign Governor WIKE don't drop 2019 budget. But our 2018 budget WAKA pass. That might be waiting with the shook our eye the put. But right about now, we go open our phone numbers then so that you with us, you go start to the shook your mouth they put on top the matter. So our phone numbers they do on top of your TV screen. So sharply start to the call us now. Call us, maybe let us know how you safe. You check the matter. We go turn to our Ogbonge guest who is in the studio here with us, Mr. Andy Akpotive. Now we shook our eye put for healthcare. The 2018 budget, healthcare carried 30 billion naira palapala to enhance all aspects of the healthcare delivery system inside the state. including the provision of health infrastructure for health institutions, recruitment and training of medical doctors and other healthcare personnel, refurbishing and equipping our primary healthcare centers, providing vaccines for routine immunization against child killer diseases, as well as in carrying out education and sensitization program on reproductive, maternal, neonatal, and child care. Now, we know say you dey conversant with this very area because like say na here be really your principal place. Now, this sector, is there anywhere close to wetin is supposed to be with 30 billion naira kpalakpala to take care of things?
May I tell you, I could just tell you straight up. Government no need to spend as much as 30 billion naira into this health sector as it is now and get this kind of result we would get. With way less than 30 billion, with great planning, my brother, the health sector will deliver much more than it did deliver to the people of Rivers State today. You see, this sector, and they pay me pass for my heart. Because they talk about vaccine. In any case, most of these vaccines, do you know that we have international donors that bring these vaccines into the country?
For free?
Yes, for close to free. Yes.
All right, before
that
you
bring
continue,
this vaccine here.
Before you continue, sorry, make we take this call from Choma all the way from Rumibo. Choma, check him out on top of City Hot. Hello, Choma. I think we lose her for there.
More come back. You say most of these vaccines they come for free.
Close next to free. And I ask myself the question sincerely as an active player in the sector. Waiting don't change. Ochuko, see, sometimes when we dey on air and they talk these things, I won't cry. May we carry our video cameras, may we go into the interlands, go to some of these health centers, may you see what they happen there. You will ask yourself, say, is there government in this country? And it is no rocket science, Boma, Ochuko, and Nigerians, Rivers State Police, it's not rocket science to fix health. I have said that. If Rivers State government is, when you are listening to me now, they can consult me pro bono, Boma, pro bono, free of charge. Under 1 year, I will not collect salary. We will deliver affordable, accessible health care to every River State indigene.
We come
pro
for that
bono.
one. We come for that one. We get a call from Rupoko right now. Sorry.
Eunice.
We get a call. Eunice.
Now, good evening.
Good evening, Eunice.
I like on our program, not be small.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you.
You see that my big bros when they there, I remove cap for him.
Thank you, my sister.
If they do good work, if they talk the real thing, the real cocoa of the matter, I beg, I want to use this medium. Tell Governor WIKE, making ask for your service. Not the same because saying they there, he get every knowledge. You see what they talk this night, I say na the cocoa.
Thank you, well, Eunice.
I like your way.
Thank you,
I didn't see you face to face. I like your way.
Thank you so much.
Carry on.
Thank you so much.
Well
Eunice.
done, Eunice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So back to the
You get
healthcare.
fan.
Yes, I get fan. I don't put up my Facebook page. I share them, say make everybody made it. When government official made a CM, say 1 year, pro bono, I go work free of charge. I don't collect salary from River State government. All we require is for the Commissioner of Health and the governor to say, we want to sign on, we want to give you all of the backing, executive backing to deliver. As I follow you the talk, we go deliver affordable,
The 23 local governments.
accessible healthcare to every River State engineer. And we don't stop there. We will give you the total number of people that will be employed, taking off the labor market as a result of the tsunami that will take place in that sector. You see, our government know the people to fix these things they. But you see, They are just, now unless they see where they will feel chop money from. Do you think it's rocket science to fix electricity in this country? You think so? You think it's rocket science to fix water? Water, we say they flow everywhere. Even Wi-Fi, they flow for Canada. For Rwanda, may I not go Canada, they go Canada, they go America, bless now, Wada. For Rwanda, you go enter public places, I enter here now, I put on my phone. Wi-Fi, they flow, we can use data anyhow. Universities, you can do research, you can study anything, data, they flow. These things are not rocket science, but I'm wondering, what is wrong with our leaders? On air, they put time, say any government official, including WIKE and Akpotive, I say we go deliver in 1 year. And we tell that this is the number of people we will take out of labor market. If you want, one day if you call me, I will tell you, just with the state-owned insurance, health insurance, a state-owned health insurance, you go equip private hospitals. You go equip even the government-owned hospitals. You go create the middle system like the HMOs.
Really
you go equip them. You go employ people into that system.
I really know what caught you, but Pius, from Rumekini, Pius took your mouth on top of the hot.
After the hot.
Fire down, Pius.
My problem is not the budget. But we have problem. The money of the budget for December of the time this year, December of the time next year. Like who makes the road we are saying, I'm on the entire road. This road, we get in this tenor. If you go to this primary school, they build through an tenor. Those primary schools not complete. Children are using community hall. But they make project for that project. This government is not sincere. They are not tolerant. And this is going on for the whole state. It's not only River State. And this people is not carry anybody for mine. They carry yourself for mine. And do whatever they like. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you, Pius.
Choma from Rumibo don't come back. Moko no miss her again. Choma, took him out on top of the hot.
I see the hot.
Fire down, Choma.
I bet see that man waiting for studio there. If you be the governor, I go vote on 10 times.
Hey, yeah.
I did like what the man they talk, the man they speak in mind.
Thank you.
I greet you. Keep it up.
Thank you. I greet you too.
Okay, good evening.
Well done, Chama. Well done.
Okay.
So back to the healthcare. We'll just wrap them up. So now that 30 billion where they drop for healthcare, and at the long run, you could say then the healthcare sector never improve at all.
Government alone, nothing invest inside this healthcare. Government need active private players. Create the platform, create the environment for the active private players to be able to get into it and provide their care and take their monies. Anybody is willing to invest in any sector that they know that after incubation period, they will get their return on investment. So what do we need government everywhere to do? Now to go, that's why sometimes I wonder, say, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. What has worked somewhere? Can you just copy and paste? Now only inside university, now with a spy, now with a, what they call for Yoruba land, big baggy, we go look the thing, we'll copy exactly as my neighbor don't copy her. But when we enter government, those same people that copy for school, they don't even understand what it means to even copy in real life. What we are saying is, if they don't research this process in Canada, they don't research this process in Brazil, in Japan, in Rwanda, in South Africa, oh yeah, carry and come now. Just carry that in, lift them, put them on top of table here for Nigeria. They travel every day. You know when you don't lift them, you know what you need to do? All you need to do is to now domesticate it. Now, big English be that. Is to now make it be absorbed into your community and your society. So that if na Shante they speak for Ghana, try speak, make them Ikwere here for River State. Do you understand? This is exactly what we need to do. But you see, they go travel, go there. They go enjoy all of the benefits. They go come back to Nigeria, they will continue to impoverish us. It's wickedness. I've said it at all the state levels and at the federal level. It's wickedness that For 56 years, we have remained at this level where we cannot even take care of the health needs of our people. Today, do you know that people go to the A&E and they died? Do you know that very recently in Port Harcourt, and it went viral, and they pay me so as I was down here, so a boy was stabbed from my church. He was stabbed. They rushed him to one hospital. They go there, the hospital say, we need you to give us money first before we start attending to you.
55,000.
Boy, they bleed profusely on the floor that they look for money. Is this a system that is working? It's a system, it's a state, it's a country that is not working. Otherwise, that boy would not have died. As much as it's bad enough that because of the insecurity in this state, some useless boy stab him, it's equally bad that he went to a health center and they could not arrest the bleeding and attend to that boy. If the state health system was working, that wouldn't have been.
You talk about security just. I'm going to just dive into the small, shikily bit. Now, 6 billion, now they propose for unemployment generation.
Employment generation.
Employment generation,
Okay.
sorry. 7 billion for women development and 2 billion to support youth development. Now, like you talk, with the rising rate of cultism for inside the state, you go agree say this sector need attention, or you would also the government fail.
They need attention, but what will be women development? Mona ask, what will be women development? What exactly that subhead, is it not nauseating?
What will be nauseating?
It make you want.
It go make you want throw.
Not
Make you
for me.
want-
It go make you want throw.
Make you
What will be women development? That's rather too ubiquitous. What will be women development? What will you develop? What will you develop? What will you develop? What women development? What will you develop? What exactly are you developing? You see all those things and to hide things inside subheads so that the criminality and thievery that is happening in the different states and this country, so that they continue. That's why. Otherwise, what if the women development? If you develop the society, woman not going to develop. If you develop the society, boy not going to develop. If you develop the society, child not going to develop. What if women development?
Andy, women
Yes.
development means women oh yeah.
Women know ye. You say also, women know ye. They tie rapper, they come, they dance shaku shaku. They do those things for this other son. They give them 20 naira. All of them they go. If not, that is very nauseating. What is women development? I've asked that question severally.
Women
Once you develop a society, both the men, the women, the children, the boys and the girls will be developed. The society will be developed. You they hear say they talk about women development for Japan, or they talk about women development for China. It's a crazy phantom philosophy where some of us they celebrate, and even the women say go they join. One woman never stands say, "Excuse me, sir, what exactly is women development? I want to know. Is it money to start like?" Our vice president Eduna Osibanjo, they give her 5,000 or 10,000 naira. More not go there. Is it money to start business like that? What exactly is women development? Can we not have these monies given to a consultant or a consultancy, and we tell them, women, men, and children that have fantastic idea, every month we are going to have a sitting where you will come, there will be judges, you will present your ideas, and there will be people who will chaperone you, who will take you through the logistics of achieving these ideas, and government will plug money around it and pursue you until you deliver on that project, and you pay returns to the government. Why are you doing women? Call a consultant, a good consultant in this state, and say, we are giving you 30 billion. Develop the economy of this state. That investor understand that 30 billion is the bank account. It go evolve a program where they go make very genuine people who say get fantastic business ideas. They go present. Their ideas will be scrutinized. They will be given seed capital. Those people will get into the marketplace. They're going to invest. River State will be good. Nigeria will be good. But you see, our government, they think.
Anyways,
people that refuse to think will continuously stink.
That one are truth. That one are truth. But you know, say one for this kind of Nigeria now, when you give somebody 30 billion, he go begin to sing 30 billion for their country.
Gift from Uzoba. Gift from Uzoba.
Uzoba.
Hello.
Yeah, gift. Fire down.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening, gift.
Good evening. I want to tell the bros on the studio, so let's hear right down. He's doing well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
Stand,
very
all the
much.
women, they just the praise you. I'm not waiting to talk women, they praise you today.
Andy for the girl them.
Thank
Well
you,
done,
well,
gift.
gift.
Well done.
No, they hear the thing. They hear the thing. That's right. They hear the thing.
Yes. Andy for president. All right. The state government injected 1 billion naira into the state microfinance agency to provide loans and support the development of small-scale enterprises for inside the state. How you go react to
Rima was a fantastic idea, very novel idea, introduced by, you know, the Right Honorable Chibike Rotimi Amechi. Fantastic idea, and I celebrate the current governor, WIKE, you know,
follow up on
Rima. But you see, as fantastic and novel as Rima was and is, quote and unquote, I expect that there will be maybe the Ministry of Trade and Investment. We plug one very serious government official to again do what is called monitoring and evaluation. You see, M&E is what is lacking in all of our projects, all of our policies, everything that we do in this country. You see, even if they were not doing M&E on you people here, you won't be getting as great and as fantastic as you are getting by the day. You know, like old wine. The reason Ochuko became the TV personality of the year, the reason Boma is like this is because there is a structure and there is a system here that consistently does M&E on you people. So what happens is when you let a parastatal, when you let an agency, when you let a person to just continue to go on a frolic of his own without necessarily plugging, monitoring, and evaluation devices another person, you cannot get results because they can start and they are starting well the first year, the second, the third year. But you will not know the point where you need to sack, the point where you need to train, the point where you need to motivate, the point where you need to plug new, fresh ideas. You will not know it because you are not consistently monitoring and evaluating that process. So what for me is defective in this is who in the government is monitoring and evaluating RIMA and is accountable to the governor and to the people of Rivers State. Who? Have we heard, for instance, that, so in 2013, RIMA was given 60 billion and it took 32,000 people out of the labor market who have successfully planted their businesses in agro-industry, blah, 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 planted businesses in this, and they have also returned this much back to the government. Do we have any kind of reportage to the people, to the governor on that? We don't. Not to my knowledge. So the point is, beyond giving that money, both journalists like you people have said that the fourth estate, the fourth realm of this structure, they are, for me, the most defective. You know, journalists have a responsibility in our constitution. They have a constitutional responsibility. The media, they have a responsibility. But how much of this responsibility are they doing? How much are they carrying out?
Or are they allowed to do?
You cannot. They cannot give you. They cannot give you what is. Nobody gives you your right to bear a child.
Yeah.
You as a woman, you have been so configured with the anatomy and the physiology to be able to bear a child. No man can give you that right. You can therefore choose not to live out that right by not taking it, by not getting pregnant. The same thing has happened to journalists and the journalism profession. You have been given a constitutional right. But see what is happening.
Wait, Alara and Lamb.
Yes, you have been given a constitutional right.
Mr. Andy Akpotive.
Yes, I hear you.
You know, say plenty things always do your mouth you want to drop at once. The time they always they permit us to really talk everything. Now 2.5 billion for sport development. This one they say could be funded by state government for inside 2018. But noting that Real Madrid Football Academy, they say go come. For this and other activities, for inside the comprehensive development of sport for inside the state. In a state where athletes prefer to represent other states because they are not being cared for, and yet the Real Madrid Football Academy is here to commence waiting what will be said happened with the 2.5 billion for sport Development Fund. What do you go talk?
The current one, the last one they give.
As in the 2018
budget, now 2.5 billion.
2.5 now they give
Sharp,
for,
sharp, sharp,
for
abeg.
sport.
We get to go.
So I not follow that thing. So my take is, what I don't expect now is that there are different people, there are journalists in this state, for instance, who I think when the budget is released, you just pick the items will be say concern you, and you start to do wrong with them. Because that's what the duty you owe the people. As a journalist, as a sport journalist, for instance, you know, say for this one complex, and I get fantastic sport journalist. As a sport journalist of River State extraction, when the budget is released, what you should do, pay attention to, is the amount that has been earmarked for sport. Then, as soon as that is done, you continue to pursue the items and you give reports to the people. But today, we're not to see anything like that. We're not to see anything like that. People will say they the sport journalism profession. They don't even go meet government to say, okay, 2.5 billion. What exactly did we do in this state, in this period that we expended as much as 2.5 billion on? What did we do? Is our, okay, yes, I know that when the governor came, for instance, he helped to mold the River State football club, for instance. You know, he merged the two that were into one, and I think that right now they are getting a lot more motivated and all that, yeah? But we need to see what is palpable. I keep emphasizing monitoring and evaluation. What is palpable? And he's the journalist. Is a journalist that owes that responsibility to go out in search of that truth and that fact and give it to the people so that we can tell that our government is really performing or our government is not performing. The people are just essentially in the dark. In River State and in Nigeria, we are all essentially in the dark. A couple of days ago, last week Saturday, I was analyzing the last budget of Nigeria, the 2018 budget versus the 2019 budget. And I showed to the people how that Nigerians are just in the dark. We are not bothered about these things that they said they want to do.
Mr. Andy,
what have they done?
Mr. Andy Akpotive, you see this
Mr.
message
Andy,
where you
now
they try
for
to send us now. You know, be like say we'll never go on. Now I want to talk, but no worry.
Anyway, we still they do the one with fit talk. Now we dey talk, so that's why you come here, they talk. How we ask you the question, you talk. Anyway, now for you go for bad break on top of the hot. If we say one day go, we no come out at all. Then we get to the shard. And then still remain Ochuko. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Andy.
Thank you so much.
Akpotive. We take your time because sit down here.
Thank you
and
so
another
much.
person as social crusader and public affairs commentator. Mr. Andy, thank you all for coming through.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
My country, good people, everything will get beginning, it gets end. And now from here, we'll go take all the curtains on top of. My name is still remember my Amadi. Una Merry Christmas.